Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is
J,
and we just got back from watching the Venom movie. Boy, what an experience that was.
Yeah.
What did you guys think overall?
First off, I want to say it wasn't as bad as a lot of people said it was, and I actually enjoyed it. What about you?
Yeah, what people were saying about it was I've heard that it was Catwoman levels of bad. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. It was much more enjoyable than that piece of shit. What about you?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty enjoyable. The Venom stuff was pretty cool, honestly, when you come down to it on the scenes.
Yeah, like whenever Tom Hardy was Venom, those were the highlights of the film. Whenever he was like the full on symbiote like that,
Yeah.
it was actually a pretty damn enjoyable movie. But there was some bad stuff too.
There's some minor things that kind of...
Not even minors. There was some major stuff.
It felt rushed.
Yeah, one of the main things was that it felt really, really rushed.
And no spoilers right now, but the start of the movie, it begins with, something happens, and then another thing happens, and then all of a sudden, there's the symbiote just right there, the symbiote.
Yeah,
they screwed up the name pretty badly.
No, which is funny because in the trailer they say symbiote, which is how you're supposed to say it, like biology, but they changed it to biote, which is minor nitpick, but it still bothered me a little.
Did you guys think the opening was a little weird, like how everything just comes together?
It seems very off. Like the editing was just off.
Yeah.
Especially in that opening scene. Like, it was just one thing happened, and then another thing happened, another thing happened, another thing happened, Venom.
Yeah.
Like, the title, and just... Yeah, it was just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, we were watching it, and I looked over at him when the title screen, and I was like...
Really?
Really? Yeah. I was like...
This is that kind of reaction we had.
Didn't the trailer say anything about release your inner anti-hero?
Yeah, that was, like, one of the big taglines.
Let's talk about the characters. What's one thing you guys really enjoyed about Eddie Brock?
Eddie Brock. Oh boy. What Tom Hardy actually managed to pull off was actually a pretty good performance. Like, it was actually fantastic. Like, it was great. It was entertaining. Especially his relationship with the symbiote. And every time that he and the symbiote communicated, like in Eddie's head, it was actually really funny. It was a funny movie.
It was.
It was actually really. I wasn't expecting it to be that funny.
Oh, I want to say another thing is that Tom Hardy did a really good job of having me believe that he was really in pain and he was really suffering when he encounters the symbiote, because it was it was believable that he was really struggling with this and he didn't know how to fix the problem he was having.
But there are some downsides here, mainly the main villain. Carlton Drake was played by Riz Ahmed, is your run-of-the-mill comic book villain. Would you say?
Generic villain.
Pretty generic.
I expected a lot more, at least from Drake.
At least give him a personality.
Yeah.
So.
He didn't come off as really frightening or threatening, or I guess threatening is a better word, because he's just sort of a rich dude who owns a company, and the movie starts off with Eddie hates him because, he thinks he's a crook and all that, and he's done all this shady thing, and it's we really don't find him very interesting as a villain at all.
When he transforms into the Riot symbiote, it's just more of the same stuff. It's just, I'm going to cleanse the world of evil I'm doing this for humanity.
Yeah.
Humanity is garbage.
Yeah.
It's just more of the same stuff.
It was the whole humans have screwed up everything and it's time to restart or whatever.
So yeah,
I haven't heard that.
I think his sole purpose was just to destroy Earth, right? What was his purpose? I don't even remember what his purpose was.
I don't remember his purpose either, actually. Wow. But yeah, if you're going into this movie expecting a great villain, you're not going to find it here.
Definitely.
Another character that really didn't work for me was Michelle Williams' character, Anne. I didn't buy her relationship. They had zero chemistry together, her and Eddie Brock.
And it's a constant back and forth thing with them in the movie. I'm not gonna say it's like, you know, Spider-Man level, like, you know, Mary Jane and Peter, but it kind of felt similar in the way that they went back and forth with each other, relationship wise. So yeah, it doesn't come off as an authentic thing.
Even in the first scene we see of them together, where you're introduced to the concept that they're together, I was just watching it like, they have zero chemistry. It's like, I don't believe a single bit that they are an authentic couple.
Yeah.
It seemed like fake. It was just two people who are like, okay, let's get into bed together, act like you're a couple. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't buy it. There was one scene with Anne in particular that actually kind of was awesome, but we'll get into that at the end of the video with the spoiler talk.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say that was probably her best scene.
Yeah.
Probably the only best scene.
What other characters even mattered in the movie?
I felt like it was just those three. Well, there's Venom there too, but...
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the symbiote.
Yeah.
Also voiced by Tom Hardy, surprisingly, because he...
Yeah, I thought it was different, but not...
Yeah, and that's so interesting. I didn't even know that going into the movie.
Yeah, he actually pulls off a really deep and menacing voice. Yeah, he actually pulled off the menacing, but also equally hilarious lines that the symbiote says to Eddie. I think he was the best character in the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
He had to be. Of course, it's called Venom, and it's starring this symbiote, but...
But for the symbiote himself to be a better character than Eddie Brock.
It's Brock, sir. Edward Brock Jr.
Yeah, that's true.
But okay, let's talk about the story next. What can I say about the story? It's not good.
Yeah.
It sounds generic.
It's literally every single superhero movie ever has this story.
Yeah.
It's just with so this guy meets the symbiote. The movie has me screwing up the pronunciation of symbiote.
Basically, a person encounters this thing and it makes them different and changes their entire life.
Oh, it makes him different, and he has to experience it through the...
That's the one unique thing about the story, is the encounter with the symbiote.
Mm-hmm. Special effects. Okay, so the special effects are kind of what make Venom good and bad, because there's scenes where, like, you know, when he transforms, it looks really cool, and he's, like, taking down all these, like, you know, security guys and whatnot, but then there could be scenes like he's running away or like he's falling off a tall building. It doesn't look as good. A lot of it was shot, mostly nighttime?
Most of the time, nighttime, yeah.
And I think they did that because Venom, I guess, you know, he's mostly dark and, you know, his, you know, form.
He would look worse in the daytime.
He would look very...
In the daytime, he stands out completely.
Not as good. Not as good. So, I think what they did there was smart. I didn't like one scene where it was towards the end. I don't know. I thought the lighting and everything was kind of weird. Some scenes he kind of looks too, what is it? Not like...
Fake.
Too plastic or something?
He looks shiny.
He looks
fake.
way
shiny,
too fake, yeah.
A little bit too gooey, too.
It looked like the CGI just didn't really
There were
work in
some
those
times when
scenes.
Venom looked a bit too, like, gooey in a way.
The character design for Venom himself is really, really good. It's very comic accurate. He's big. He's bulky. Doesn't have the spider logo, though, so it kind of would throw a few, like, non-big fans off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like comparing this Venom to, like, the Spider-Man 3 Venom.
Well, and that's another thing. They never really mention anything from the Spider-Man movies.
They
or
don't.
Spider-Man
They
at all.
never-
They never
they
nod
met-
to
They
it.
don't
They
even
made no
have a
reference
nod
whatsoever.
to Spider-Man.
Okay, let's give our final...
Yeah, let's give the final verdicts for Venom. What would you say?
You know, guys, if you haven't seen this movie and you haven't heard any of the things out there that critics are talking about, go in there with an open mind and just, you know, go see it by yourself or with friends. That's what we did, and, you know, we enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time watching the movie, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, if you're expecting, like, Infinity War levels of like, complexity or Black Panther levels or Wonder Woman levels, you're not going to find that here. If anything, you're going to find some enjoyable schlock of a movie that's, if you turn your brain off for like an hour and a half and you just sit down with some popcorn and watch a big black gooey monster, throw some bad guys around. You're gonna have a great time with this movie. But if you really just are looking for a good, fun movie, I would say it was a fun movie.
Yeah,
There's
definitely some things you can go into and have fun with.
Yeah, it was. If I would recommend Venom, but cautious recommendation. If you are looking to be challenged by this movie, you're not going to be challenged by this movie.
So, do you guys have anything else to say, or do you want to give our ratings of what we thought?
Let's give our ratings.
All right.
Mine's a 6.5 out of 10.
I'd say I would give it a 6 out of 10.
The first thing I said after the movie was done, I was like, guys, I think this movie is at least a 7 out of 10.
At least a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I really liked Eddie Brock, and I think that Tom Hardy did a great job doing Venom, and I think he earns an extra point.
I say this movie is actually worth it just for Tom Hardy and Venom's interaction. That was the most entertaining part, and it was really good. Yeah. Okay. This is a spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler warning, guys.
Yeah. Okay. There is one part in the movie that I want to talk about, and it's at the very end. So, spoilers start in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! Woody Harrelson is Cletus Cassidy.
So basically, Eddie
Brock's interviewing.
He's
interviewing
someone.
somebody, and he's all wrapped up, and he's in the crazy straitjacket,
glass,
behind
confinement,
behind 3 rows of bars.
Yeah,
and you see this big bushy red hair.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson has a wig on or something.
Let's talk about the wig.
The wig is terrible.
Oh my God, that was laughable.
It looks like he put on
I
a clown wig.
I guarantee you. I was sitting here. I'm like, okay, let's see how bad this looks.
Don't get me wrong. Woody Harrelson is one of the finest actors acting today. I just saw 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I think he was one of the best actors of last year. And he is a great choice to play Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah,
you
can see it, but
he has the crazy face he can do.
Just get rid of the wig and
the mannerisms too.
But the ending line that the film leaves off, he has a bunch of cooler lines that he says to Eddie, but he's like, I can turn off the serial killer if you want. And I was like, oh, that's kind of creepy. But when the film ends, it is the most blatant, blunt, in-your-face sequel setup I've ever seen.
Also the most corniest thing you ever really hear.
He says, what was it? He was like, when I get out of here,
there will be carnage.
There's gonna be carnage.
I'm just like, okay.
Okay, bud. Okay, you couldn't have said something
Even little
less
bloodshed.
On the nose.
Maybe there will be more bloodshed.
You know what would have been a good line if he was like, when I get out of here, I'm gonna paint the town red.
There you go.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool and much better.
He's not directly, saying that he's Carnage.
Let's talk about the ending fight between Venom and Riot.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
There's a scene when they're fighting where they're ripping the symbiotes off each other, and somehow they merge together.
Yeah, they merge.
But when they do, and that symbiote that forms comes out, I just thought that was Riot.
I want to talk about Dan. I really want to talk about Dan. Dan was the doctor, remember?
Dan was just an unimportant character.
God, okay. I totally forgot his name was Dan.
Yeah.
I just thought of him as the fiance.
The fiance that...
The doctor.
Yeah, the doctor.
A
surgeon.
What purpose did he have? He didn't.
Okay, so
I think
anything.
he was trying. No, he was trying to help Brock with.
He was analyzing what's going on in his mind and all.
Yeah,
that.
but why did that matter to the story?
Because he really needed help. I don't know.
And let's talk about She-Venom.
I thought that was actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that they would have a nod towards it, because when I heard that Anne Wang was gonna be in the Venom movie, I was like, ooh, I wonder if they might do She-Venom.
So she's She-Venom, and she ends up making out with Eddie.
Yes, there is a makeout scene between Eddie Brock and Venom.
I looked over at you and I said, "Did Eddie just kiss Venom?"
Yeah, yes,
did
he
just
did.
make out with Venom? And I was like, well, that was very odd to watch. Like, so how does Venom feel about that? I don't know.
And like he literally of course he ends with him kissing Michelle Williams' Anne.
Yeah.
But
At
it
first,
started with him literally kissing Venom.
Yeah.
I think was it Venom the Pursuer who did it?
Yeah,
she
Venom
just straight up.
Oh my god, that is
A
weird.
little awkward.
God.
Like I get it for Venom. That was kind of like pushing
I was just kind of like,
for something to happen.
what the hell?
Yeah, that was
And then there was,
odd.
Awkward. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all I have to say about that. Yeah.
Oh
this was
yeah,
a
the
movie.
humor of Venom. This was a funny movie. Like I expected it to be much darker because it's Venom. Oh, there's one more thing I want to talk about at the end. When Venom actually manages to defeat Riot, it's due to a giant rocket explosion thing.
Yeah.
But when he does that, Venom is falling, and he actually shoots becomes a parachute for Eddie, so Eddie can live, and you hear him say goodbye, goodbye.
this kind of made me a little bit mad at the ending. Yeah,
And then in the literal next scene,
Yeah.
he still has Venom.
Well, no, and here in the movie they say that fire and what was
And
the
sound.
other? And
And
sound
sound
are
were-
the things that could probably kill him. Or
Kill or disrupt him.
or disrupt
Yeah.
him. So, as the ship is exploding, there's a bunch of fire and everything,
Yeah,
and he gets caught. He gets caught in the
It
explosion.
disintegrates Riot and Carlton Drake, but when Venom is falling, it
and,
catches
yeah,
it.
and you can
it's
see
not-
Venom's turning into ash and whatnot.
I think that's it.
Nah, that's all I had to say really.
So yeah, if you guys want to go see Venom, I recommend you go see Venom. It's a good time, not a great time, but a good time. Venom. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.
Yeah, we'll see you next time and have a great Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
see you guys.